Bathurst, a name that echoes through Australian motorsport. Since 1963, this mountain has tested machines, broken champions, and crowned legends. From the brute force of the Gen 2 to the precision of the Gen 3, the cars have changed, but the mountain hasn't. It still demands respect, and it still decides who's worthy. And for the one who conquers it, there's no greater honour, no greater legacy than lifting the Peter Brock Trophy. Hello YouTube and welcome back to Jimmy Bob 25. And today we will be talking about the Bathurst 1000 and the significance behind it. So we will be going over the history of the great race and the significance of it. So to get into the history of the great race, the race was first held in 1960 at Phillip Island, named the Armstrong 500. It was approximately about 800 kilometers long or 500 miles. The event organized by the Light Car Club of Australia and was sponsored by Armstrong York Engineering. The first ever running of the Armstrong 500 was held on the 20th of November 1960, and there was no official outright winner. In 1962, the organisers looked for a new circuit due to too much wear on the cars and track. Eventually, they settled on the Mount Panorama Street circuit, where it has been ever since. Mount Panorama, I can't get my English straight, sorry guys, is located in a small town west of Sydney named Bathurst, hence giving it the name Bathurst 1000. It was originally named the Bathurst 500 after the relocation from Phillip Island to Bathurst, but it was later renamed the Bathurst 1000 because they extended it to the distance of 1,000 kilometers for 161 laps. Mount Panorama is the most challenging circuit on the supercars calendar that the drivers have to face. The circuit is 6.2 kilometers long with a 174 meter elevation change. Like any other famous circuit, the mountain isn't any different. The most corners have names like Turn 1 Hell's Corner, Turn 2 Griffin's Bend, and Forest Elbow. There are two main straights named Mountain Straight leading into Griffin's Bend, and Conrod Straight leading down to the Chase, where speed can get over 300 kilometers per hour. Historic moments on the mountain include the Lap of Gods, where Greg Murphy produced a 2-minute 16.8, which around Bathurst is fast for the cars at the time. Other historic moments include the last Bathurst race for the Holden Gen 2 era cars, when Shane Van Gisbergen and Garth Tender gave Holden a perfect send-off when they won the race in, I don't remember the year, I believe it was 2022, fact check that, please, editor. Or when Greg Murphy and Marcus Ambrose got into a fist fight on the run into the cutting. These moments make the mountain memorable and what makes this event so special, and why we look forward to the great race every year. Mount Panorama is where the famous battle between Ford and Holden originally started. Peter Brock for Holden and Alan Moffat for Ford made a legendary battle that captivated the whole of Australia. Peter Brock is an Australian racer that has raced between the years of 1972 and 2004. He has had 212 starts, with 32 of those at Bathurst. He has had 48 wins, and 9 of which that were at Bathurst. I cannot speak, sorry guys. While Alan Moffat was a Canadian-Australian race car driver that raced between the years of 1965 and 1989. He has had 100 starts and 32 wins, with 4 of those being Bathurst. They battled with respect for each other, and over 25 years of racing, Moffat remarked that he and Peter only had 2 minor accidents over the time that they were racing. When you conquer the mountain, the other drivers become a bit worried about you, or they'll fight you even harder. But some legends that have conquered the mountain include Jamie Whincup, Craig Lowndes and Peter Brock, just to name a few, with 20 wins between all of them. So to get into the scheduling of the Bathurst 1000, the scheduling includes, there will be 6 practice sessions all up, with 2 practice sessions on Thursday and Friday with the qualifying session on Friday, 2 practice sessions on Saturday with the top 10, and then the race on Sunday, with 5 support categories supporting the supercars. The support categories include Touring Car Masters, V8 Super Utes, which I actually haven't seen them run all year, so that's something, GR86s, Porsche Carrera and Super 2. So, in conclusion, the Bathurst 1000 isn't just another ordinary race on the calendar. It's the greatest race in Australia, and I am excited for the race this year, especially because, one, in the last race, the Bend, Brodie Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood won, which they raced for my favourite team. If it wasn't already obvious in my other vlog that I've done. But I am going down to the Bathurst 1000 this year. I am really excited to go down. This will be my 2nd ever Supercars race. So I loved the Ipswich one, but the Bathurst is just so special. Like, it's the greatest race in Australia. So we'll see how we go. I'm gonna try and get some vlogs in. I will try to get as much as I can. My phone storage isn't overly that great at the moment, plus also a few other limiting factors as well. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you down in Bathurst.